Hello, in this video we're going to show you how to calculate different types of average from a list of data. Okay, so this is the first example. We've got a list with 7 numbers in it, and we're asked to find the following different measures. We've got to calculate the mode, the median and the mean, which are all different types of average, and then the range, which is going to tell us something about the spread of the data. Okay, the first thing I would do for any of these really, before you start, I think a sensible starting point is to put the numbers into order before we answer any of the questions. So I'm going to do that first. So the smallest number is the 3, and it's probably a good idea to cross them off as you go to make sure you don't miss any out. So after the 3 I've got a couple of 6s, and 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, first the mode. The mode is the number in the list which comes up the most frequently, that you see the most number of times. And actually there's only one number in that list that occurs more than once, and that's the 6, so that must be the mode. Okay, next the median. Now the median is defined as the middle number, and this one, it's absolutely crucial that you remember to put the numbers in order before you work it out. It's the middle number only once the numbers have been put into order. So the easiest way for a small list like this of figuring out the median is to cross the numbers off from either end until you figure out what's in the middle. So the numbers on the outside are 3 and 10. If I work inwards, the next pair is 6 and 9. Keep working inwards, 6 and 8. That leaves me with the number 7 must be right in the middle of the data. So the median is 7. Next we're asked to work out the mean. Now the mean is the one where you add all the numbers together and then divide by how many values there are in the data. So in this case, we've counted the values, there are 7 of them, so we need to add all these numbers together and divide by 7. You could probably do this one in your head, but I'm going to use a calculator just to make sure. So that's 3, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 added together. The answer is 49. And I need to divide 49 by the number of values, which is 7. 49 divided by 7 equals 7. Okay, finally the range. The range is probably the simplest one to calculate. The range tells us about the spread of the data. So to calculate the range, we look at the highest value and we look at the lowest value, and then we just subtract them. Notice again, it's very important here that I've put the list into the correct order before I start thinking about this. So I just look at the highest value, which is the 10. I subtract the lowest value, the 3. So the range for this set of data is 7. Okay, we're going to look at another example and work out the same 4 things, but maybe look at 1 or 2 things that might come up slightly differently on this next one. Okay, so for question 2, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers in this list this time. So the first thing I'm going to do is put those into the correct order. So I've got a 1, 3 threes, 6, a couple of 8s, a 9, 14 and 15. Okay, the mode first of all, if we look at the distribution of the numbers, the number 3 comes up 3 times and that's the most common value. We do have the 8 coming up twice, but 3 is still the most common, so that's the mode. For the median, we can do the same as we did before. We're going to cross off from either end. So the 1 and the 15, and you work inwards. This time, you're actually left with 2 numbers in the middle. The numbers that you finish up with, if you cross off from either end, are 6 and 8. So what I need to do this time is actually find the middle of the middle numbers. I need to find the number that's exactly halfway between 6 and 8. For this one, I'm guessing most people will think it's obvious that 7 is in the middle, so you can just put the answer as 7. If you're ever unsure on this one, the way to check this is to add those middle numbers together and divide by 2. So I could have said 6 plus 8 is 14 and divide by 2, and that gives me the same answer. The median is 7. Okay, now the mean, I know there are 10 values in the data, so I just need to add them up, divide by 10. Okay, so if I add the numbers together, I get a total of 70. Divide that answer by 10, and the answer is 7. Notice that I've just put a little bit of calculation in there. It's important that you show you're working out, so I've said where the 7 has come from, 70 divided by 10. And finally the range. Again, let's make sure we're showing how we're working it out. The highest number is 15, the lowest is 1, so just take them away. So the range is 14. Okay, final example. This one has 8 numbers in the list, so I'm just going to go through the same process again. Firstly, before I do any of the averages at all, make sure they've been written out in numerical order. So 9 and 11 are the lowest 2, and I'm crossing those off as I go to make sure I don't miss any out. Okay, so they're the 8 numbers. So I can now say the mode. There's only actually one number in this list that comes up more than once, that's the 32, so the mode must be 32. Okay, for the median, I need to go in pairs, so 32 and 9 come inwards, 11 and 32. 20 and 30, and that leaves me with those 2 in the middle. So you might think it's obvious what number goes in between 23 and 27 if you're not sure. Add 23 and 27 and divide by 2, and that confirms that it's 25. Okay, then the mean I'm going to add up, and I'm going to divide by 8 this time because there are 8 numbers in the list. So 184 divided by 8 is 23. And finally, the range is 32, take away 9. Highest number minus lowest number. Which is 23. Okay, now it's your turn. We're going to put some more questions like that on the board. For each of the questions that comes up, you need to work out the mode, median, mean and range. So what we'd like you to do is pause the video, have a look at the questions, take as long as you need to work them out, and then if you play the video, then the answers will be revealed in a few seconds.